Friends, guests, and adventurers of all ages, tonight's show is for the brave, the fearless, and the dangerously curious. Witness feats of strength, daring acrobatics, and mystifying magic. Get ready to have the most astounding night of your life. Welcome to the Circus of Wayward Wonders. Welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, everyone decides to take a deep breath and utilize battle tactics for the first time ever. So a whole bunch of really quick show notes. One thing I want to mention is that for the very first time in many years, we are using Roll20 for this episode instead of D20 Pro. Real quick history is that we actually started using D20 Pro, and the reason is because that was the only thing out at the time when we were playing remotely. I've used every single program out there. I've tried them all, and I've run dozens of sessions with every program. I actually do like Roll20. The biggest issue with Roll20 when I used it a couple years ago is that it did not handle sound effects that well. And for this podcast, I do like the sound effects. I've gotten to the point that it's very hard for me to play without sound effects. I don't know why, it just is sort of a thing for me, is that I like to hear the sound effects and it keeps me concentrated on what's happening, mostly because I have so much going on. The sound effects act as audio cues for me. The last time I used Roll20, the sounds weren't really there. The good news is that Roll20 does have much better sound effects support. The bad news is it's not automated, so I still have to manually add these sound effects. So if the sound effects sound a little different and they don't have exactly the same cadence as before, that's the reason. It's because, for example, there's no sound effects between turns or rounds anymore. It just goes from person to person. I still keep in the same sound effects for dice rolls and attacks and misses, things like that. I also have a new sound effect for spells. That's actually something I was never able to get in D20 Pro that I always wanted to get in Roll20, is that I can actually attach specific sound effects to specific spells or even specific attacks. For now, I'm just getting them in there and then we'll make it fancy later. One other thing I wanted to mention is that I actually made a mistake with the harm spell last week. It should have actually done 2d8 damage, not 1d8 damage. And I think I did the wrong saving throw. I think I did a will instead of a fort save. Well, either way, just making sure that you are aware that I'm aware of that. And there was just so much going on between running the game, and I had multiple computers, and then last week I was having computer issues and connection issues that I was just a little distracted. And I don't think it would have really affected the game that much different. But, you know, I just want to make sure, let you know that I am aware that if I make a mistake, I make sure I bring it back to your attention. So one other thing I wanted to mention is that I believe Darius might have taken Mountain Stance before combat. I don't know when he did it, like once or twice. We find out later that you can't do that. It's in the rules. It's one of those things that's like you got to read in the rules that you can't go into those stances until you're in counter mode. Otherwise, you'd just be walking around in Mountain Stance all the time. So that's just something we noted. So if you hear that, that is actually a mistake. As I said before, with Pathfinder 2, there's a lot of rules. It seems such a simple system, but boy, there's just so many itty-bitty, teeny-tiny rules that you really got to dig deep for. And everyone is playing new classes that we've never played. Well, the Sorcerer I know already well. But the Monk is new, and then obviously we're playing two brand new playtest classes. So all of this is new to everyone. So we just are continuously, trying to learn the rules while we play. And then often what happens is we go back, take a look at it, and go, oops, we did something wrong. But I guarantee that this probably happens with your groups 1,000 times over, and our group is no different. We just try to make sure that we always check our notes and that we are playing correctly so that, it helps you guys out whenever you're listening to the show, as well as we like to play by the rules. So with that in mind, if anyone does hear things that we do incorrectly, please let me know. For instance, someone wrote me last week and said, hey, by the way, the harm, you used the wrong save, and that is good. I probably did. That might have been a mistake. I think I might have used I think I was using a Pathfinder 1 save instead of the Pathfinder 2 save, and then for the wrong damage, that was just a mistake by me, because the way it's listed is the harm spell is a level 1 spell or a level 2. I forgot how it's listed, but anyhow, I did the wrong damage because it's just the way how it's listed in the stat block. And finally, before we get to the show, there's a couple new things. First of all, we are going to be on PaizoCon Online. We are going to be on the schedule. I don't know when that schedule's coming out, but do look for that. We're going to be doing Tales from the Black Lodge with a special guest from Paizo, so be on the lookout for that. I also might be doing some conferences. I have to figure out what I'm going to be talking about. Also, make sure you do check out RPG Superstar. That is closing up, and you only have a few more weeks to enter 3 monsters. That's right, we increased it. You can submit up to 3. So just go to rpgsuperstar.com, figure out some Pathfinder monsters. It's really easy. The tool will do nearly everything for you. You just really have to worry about concept. You don't really have to worry about the numbers so much. And then finally, if you want to watch us and play with us, you can join the Patreon at $10. We broadcast each show live. You can watch the battle map. You can watch us on video. You can talk to us during and after the show. So if you're interested in that, just become a $10 Patreon and you too can get exclusive access to us. Just go to the website. And then finally, I keep forgetting this. I used to say this all the time. But if you go to our Discord channel, discord.roleforcombat.com, we have over 250, I think, online games. Starfinder, Pathfinder, Pathfinder 1, Pathfinder 2, you name it, we got it on there. So if you're looking for games and want to play online in these times, go to discord.roleforcombat.com and you too can join. Everyone will invite you in. They'll show you how it works. If you've never done it before, it's really simple. You can do it over Discord. It's awesome. So just go to discord.roleforcombat.com. But with that, let's get to this week's episode. Last we left off, you managed to kill demons. More demons, and then more demons after that. These worm demons were really fun. They were just eating people and jumping out of people's mouths and slithering and just absolutely revolting. And after all these fights, after all the horribleness, you've run back into the church. And sure enough, you were all healed up. And one note last week is I made a mistake that the priest does 3d10 healing as opposed to 1d10 healing. So everyone's fully healed. Even if you weren't fully healed, now you are. So now everyone's fully healed. He gave you some pretty cool stuff. Hap has that Onyx Dog Wondrous figure. And you also got some holy waters, which we gave to Alhara, which would have been amazing against those demons. But I have a feeling these will not be the last demons you see. So hopefully they can be used again in the near future. And with that, you know there's one area left that needs to be searched. There's a little crypt or something in the lower left-hand corner, a vault that needs to be searched. You looked around the graveyard. You did kind of a initial sweep and clear. Things look to be mostly clear. But you know that there was another quest somewhere, because they said there was 2 of them and you only had 1 run away.
A quasit?
Quest, however it's pronounced.
Quasit?
It's like how you keep calling the holly brush a holy brush.
Lauren Sig is playing Hap, the Starlight Sparrow, a human fire elementalist sorcerer.
Holy brush.
Holly.
Holy. The holy brush feather token.
Like when you meet a woman named Holly. Hi, Holly. It's nice to meet you.
I don't know anyone named Holly, so I'll call her Holy.
There you go.
So now you've all been rested, sort of. You've been healed, and you're in there, and you guys realize you came here thinking we were just going to get healed up, and you've been fighting for your lives, literally, barely surviving to the barest of beings. Now what?
Well, at this point, Alhara is looking around. She's... Hey, did anyone take that pick? Apparently that would have been really useful in those last couple fights.
Vanessa Hoskins is playing Alhara Varys, the amazingly agile Alhara, a half-elf gymnast swashbuckler.
Here, I held it for you.
Thanks, Hap. She straps her bow staff to her back, takes the pick, twirls it around in her hands a couple times. All right, so I guess there's at least one more of those little demon things out there.
The holy water would also be quite helpful.
Rob Pontius is playing Otteron, Uncanny Otteron's cauldron of curious concoctions, a human witch of curses.
Yes, it will be now that we've got it. So
Alhara, you look like you know how to use that pick.
I don't know how hard can it be. Swing it, hit things.
You make it look so easy.
That's because I train every day under the eyes of Kyrgyz. You could train with me if you wanted.
I mean, you're not wielding a log, Alhara.
Well, that's true, but it builds up strength. It builds up endurance.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you can wield the log, you can wield the pick.
Something like that. Anyhow, I'm ready to go take out my aggression on these little... What do they call them? Quasits? Quizits?
Maybe. I don't know. They're
Quasars?
little terrible creatures that need to be stopped. We have to... This is much bigger than we had originally thought.
Rob Tremarco is playing Darius Varus, Darius's Daring Destructions, a half-elf monk of the mountain style.
It's a little flappy bad thing. And we're gonna kill it.
Yes, we must kill the flappy bads.
We
Hopefully
sure are.
it has the books.
Here's the thing. I don't see anyone else doing anything. Obviously, this cleric person this priest has some powerful healing magic, but still refuses to fight these things on his own. This town, I haven't seen any guards. It's getting to the point where I'm thinking there are dangers in the world, and if we don't band together and take care of it, I don't know who's going to.
We were at the Mistress Dusklight Menagerie for a long time, and we were rarely in life and death situations that weren't her doing. We need to leave this town so we can get back to business as usual.
Well, between us and leaving this town is apparently at least one other group of demons. So let's go take care of them, and then we can go. Then we can patch up. We can maybe do another show or so here and move on.
I think we will have more challenges before that, but I agree with you. I think, accustomed to more difficulties in my travels.
I was excited about Aberton. This was my chance to do my first act in front of the audience. I was so looking forward to that. I wasn't looking forward to demons and Darius being turned to stone and Alhara almost dying from plague. This has been awful.
Hap, no one ever plans for such things, but the part of life in dealing with these challenges is persevering through them, which you have done. So you should be proud of this.
The show went so good. Like, we had such a good thing going.
It's still good. It's still going.
I just want to go back to performing.
Hap.
Darius will grab and hug Hap and comfort her. It's like, we're going to have a circus. We'll get over this thing, and you will perform again, and you will wow them again. I'll be fine. Alhara will be fine. We have been through many things in our lives, and this is not going to stop us. It won't stop you. I know that. And as long as we're together, we will get through it.
Thanks, big brother. I just want to be a family sitting around the campfire again.
Well, before we sit by the campfire, we have to crack a few skulls, that's also fun too for families.
I definitely don't like cracking skulls. I have now learned that since we've done it a few times.
Hey,
You're pretty good at it, though.
let Darius and I flex our actual muscles, and you two flex your magical muscles. It's just the same as working out, right? You're going to break down a little, you're going to have a hard time of it, but at the end, you become stronger, you become better. Don't you feel your magic coursing through your veins even more powerful than before?
Dad taught me how to use this magic, how to summon it forth to entertain, to help people, to put something beautiful into the world. He never intended it to be used for harm. This isn't who I am.
This is probably the wrong time to mention I am not certain where my power comes from.
You're not certain? I thought you were a sorcerer like Hap there.
No, it is complicated. And Ataran looks to Chilagosh on their shoulder and then back to everybody else.
Meanwhile, Alhara turns to Darius and mimes "it's complicated" while moving her hand like a obnoxious mouth.
Do you really think it's the time for that? We almost died, and Otteron's the one who saved us.
Ataran frowns. Perhaps we
That's
should
true.
handle the business outside.
Alhara, You're my big sister. I love you more than you could ever know. But you have to stop being such a bitch to Otteron. They don't deserve that.
No, this is okay, Hap.
No, it's
It
not.
is
You
a
sit down and you
difficult
shut up for a minute.
situation. It is all right. We should concentrate on what we need to do outside together. We are succeeding.
What's difficult about it? What's difficult about it? We work together. Apparently, we kill things together now. We keep each other alive.
Just evil things.
This is my fault because I do not understand things, and
It is not your fault.
I will get better.
This is extraordinary circumstances. No one here is at fault. We are doing fine. You've saved us. We've saved each other. We're here to support each other, even through these, I don't even know what you call this, invasion, demonic something, druidic something. All I know is, as long as we work with each other together, we will be able to defend each other.
After all we've been through, you're basically Uncle Otteron. Or Aunt Otteron? I don't know what to use.
Otteron?
Otteron, but I do not think there would be a term in that regard that I would normally use. I'm not even sure where I had the power to heal you with. I do not know what that was either.
Well, I'm glad you did it.
All right. Now that that's all out of the way, let's kill some more demons. Evil things, obviously.
Of course.
All right. And Otteron, I'm sorry if I was a bitch to you.
Thank you, but I understand. It is okay. Let's go. We will do this. We will stop this other demon.
Good. Okay, good.
So Nelland Drend, the priest, comes out. Oh, I didn't want to interrupt you. It looked like you were having something there, but I found something in the back storage. I forgot that I have this, as it's so rare that we're attacked or things bad happen to us. But in case you're curious of perhaps trading the Onyx Dog Wondrous Figure, I do have this magic crossbow, aka a +1 crossbow, if anyone feels that that would be a better use than the Wondrous Figure. I can give you this instead, if you think you might have use of this.
Which one of you can use this? Otteron, Hap, Alhara?
Crossbows are simple, right?
Yep, they sure are. It's sure easy, point and click, but I plan on being up there with you. I'd say Otteron or Hap could make better use of it.
Yeah, but
agreed. If your magic is unavailable, pull out the crossbow.
Again, I'm not suggesting you take it. I'm just wondering, after seeing all the battles you've been in, the dog is fun and, almost like a parlor trick. But it looks like you really need, battle implements and things to, take out these horrible demons. This might be more useful than the Onyx Dog.
Hap, you took
You
the
make a good
dog,
point.
and I can always use telekinesis to throw things at people, so it is up to you.
I was gonna name him Ruffles, but I guess we do need the crossbow more. Maybe I can buy it back from you later.
Yes. If you find the books, you can have the dog back. I just need it as collateral. I can't give out everything. The priesthood is very much into business arrangements and money lending and other items of that ilk. So it's against my principles to just give things out for free, you understand. It's nothing personal. It's just, my religion.
Abadar doesn't believe in charity.
Abadar believes, he gets a little frowny with that. He goes, he believes in charity, but what did you do for me lately?
Abadar believes in tax write-offs.
You could look at it like that. Maybe. Anyhow.
Do you know much of Zon-Kuthon, Father?
Mr. Father Drend, if it's the books you want for Ruffles, we will get you your books. Wait, we were already going to get you your books. Let's go get those books.
Yes.
I always wanted a dog, and you all would never let me have one.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
Let's
you,
go get
Father.
the books.
There will be a dog later. A once-a-week dog. Dog that shows up once a week.
Once a week dog is better than nonce a week dog.
All right, let's get out there. Darius cracks his knuckles and heads through the door.
As they're walking out, Alhara turns to Ataran. Do you think it poops rocks? And then skips away.
Ataran just gives a polite bow to Father Nellen while heading out, and Ataran smiles gently at Alhara at her joke.
I thought that was a good joke.
Who is taking the +1 crossbow if anyone wants that? And it also has some bolt.
I'm gonna take it, and the reason is because Rob P made a good point. Rob has, and Atron, they has telekinetic projectile, which does physical damage, and I really don't have a reliable source of physical damage. So if something's resistant to fire, I'm gonna have to use my sling. But the crossbow would be a better option. So I'm gonna grab it unless anyone has better reasoning.
No, definitely take it.
I agree completely.
All right, I'm just gonna use the sling to tie my hair back, and then I'll dump all my rocks out on the ground and erase this off my character sheet.
Then we'll go murder quillnuts.
They're flappy bad things.
They're quadradots.
The flappy bads.
The
I now
flappy bads.
I now just want to severely mispronounce quasit every single time.
And in all fairness, my produced flame is only 30 feet, so 120 feet crossbow is also a big help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? A +1 crossbow is pretty good because it does 1d8, which is a fair amount. And it's reload 1, which isn't a killer. I mean, that's not the worst. I mean, it's not as good as, like, a sling is a reload 1 too. So it's better, actually, in every way. It's been I can't think of it how it's worse, actually. Plus, you could always move the +1 to another weapon if you ever really wanted to.
Yeah, by the time you get to level 5 and have a bunch of different spells that do not just fire damage, maybe, then...
All the damage.
A killing me will go, a killing me will go.
Alright, so I'm just going to slide myself over there with the party.
Okay, Hap, you got a +1 crossbow. That thing is nice. And I even gave you some bolts to go with the crossbow because he's an all-around nice dude. Got 20 bolts. All right. You head on over to the crypt and you see...
Kill the quasit. Kill the quasit.
You see at the top, it says Molter, which probably is the Molter family. And one thing you notice is that the front door, which is made of wood, seems to have been broken into.
Looks like I'll have to check it out. Let's go.
Yeah, you and me up front, Ataran in the back, and we go on 3, 2... Wait, where are you going?
No, it's the one to the south.
Oh, south.
The one that you can't
It's the
see.
one with the obvious fog of war that we're missing.
I guess I'll hold this crossbow, but I have no idea how to use it. I mean, I know, like, mechanically
You know how to use it.
No, I know, like, mechanically how to use it, but, like, Hap has never, like, shot anything with a crossbow before. Not even, like, a target.
Both Alhara and Darius, as you walk up to the door, hear high-pitched voices of squabbling coming from the inside.
I peek in with some low-light vision.
All right, Darius, you kick the door open. I'm going to tumble on through, and we'll take him down.
You got it.
Oh, let me get behind you so I can see in there when the door opens.
Okay, you can peek in, and I will show you what you see. You see, like, a flying creature that looks like that little demon that you fought before, which you believe is the Quasit. And then way
Alhara
up
tightens her grip on the pick.
at the very top of the crypt, sort of like maybe 5 feet up, you see these little creepy looking gremlins. There's 2 of them, and they're sort of just like squabbling and like yelling at each other in some weird language that you don't recognize.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ready? I take the mountain stance. 1, 2, and then I smash it on 3 with my legs. Bash it, give it a big kick, and shout at that door.
And Alhara immediately tumbles through the door, ready to go.
I mean, we could have just opened it. Now he's got to repair
What
it.
ho, flappy bads!
That's good. That's good.
Wow. I rolled a 27 for the athletics check for Darius, a natural 19, so 1 from crit. So the door goes flying in. You smash that door good.
Awesome.
You move the door off. And sure enough, you see those creatures, and they all look at you and they're like, ah! like totally startled between the fact that someone just smashed open the door and they were so busy arguing with themselves. They're taken completely by surprise.
Nice.
Roll for combat!
So, according to this combat, we will have Alhara. You wanted to roll in?
Yeah, I wanted to basically be able to use acrobatics to get through the door real quick, and hopefully also use it to roll for initiative.
What's your plus to initiative for doing that above your perception?
+2 higher.
Okay, that's important.
It also is important to me because it means I get to start with a panache.
I think it's pronounced Panichi.
Panichi. One thing is with Panichi. No, I'm kidding. One thing is the Pugwampy, the gremlin, always goes before the PCs when it comes to initiative. In case of a tie. That is correct. Welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, monsters only go first.
Can you make my armor class 20, Stephen? I'm trying to apply
Correct.
the mountain stance, and it won't let me edit the armor class circle.
It is now 20. Congratulations, Darius. You
All right.
go first with an 11 initiative. That is pretty crappy, but you still win, and you can see mostly everything, I think, because the light is streaming in because it's still daylight, and you see a closet. This thing is flying, but you should be able to hit it if you wanted to, because it's not like too high up. And then those Pugwampies, they're up like on these shelves, so they're kind of far away, so you might have to get a little creative to get them. So what do you do?
Vanessa, did you want to go first? Like, I can hold until Alhara goes.
No, just go and do the thing. I mostly wanted to be able to use acrobatics because then I can start with panache, which gives me some bonuses.
All right, I will head in. Right up to this lovely person. Is this the flappy
Closet?
bad?
Yes, that's the flappy
All right.
bad.
I will go up to it and flurry of blows it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. The first real attacks.
First avalanche strike.
Okay, so that's right. I forgot you have Falling Stone Avalanche Strike.
Yep.
Roll a 14. Does not hit its AC. So you run up to it and try to hit, and you miss.
Okay, and my second shot. And I'm going to choose, I think, the -5 because it is not a finesse strike, right?
Correct. So the second strike would be a -5. And you get an 8, which
Whiffity
is
whiff.
another miss. You are done.
These things are wily.
Okay, the Pugwampy goes. Okay, so the Pugwampy does something really strange. This little thing. He says something in some weird language. He's like, and he comes over and walks over towards Darius and Halhara, and actually doesn't go quite there. He goes there, and then he is going to fire his little short bow at Darius.
Do I by chance know what it said in its whatever language?
What languages do you speak?
Shadow Tongue, Common, Elven, Gnomish, Sylvan, Undercommon.
Ooh! It actually was talking Undercommon, so you do know what he said.
Awesome.
He says, "Kill the pigskins! Kill the pigskins!"
Okay.
He rolls a 19. Does that hit you,
No,
Mr. Darius?
I have a 20.
Okay. That is fascinating. So
I
he just
deflect.
He just misses you, and he's like, "Oh!" rah, 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 rah." And he tries to shoot you again, because I think it's a short bow reload 0, I believe, or 1.
Yes.
That wasn't a yes, no. That was is it one or the other?
Oh, I thought you said, is it a reload
It's
zero?
reload 0.
It's a reload 0, so it will fire again, but at a minus.
Also a miss.
Rolls an 18. That was awfully close.
Ping, pang. Nothing defeats the mountain stance unless it's a critical. Or a higher number than, you know how it goes.
A taller mountain.
Right, a taller mountain can defeat me.
Now, Alhara
Oh no.
feels weird. She feels really unlucky.
How does one feel?
Alhara,
unlucky?
give me a will save. Oh, yes. I don't know. 15. Alhara,
I feel it right now.
are you feeling it right now? With 15, you feel like you're clumsy and things are not going your way. You feel incredibly unlucky.
Oh, fun.
You're not sure why. You're up.
Well, my unlucky self is going to see what this pick can do against that little Quasit demon. So my first action is going to be to stride into a flanking position. And my second action is going to be striking with this cold iron pick. Are there any modifiers or anything I should worry about?
You don't have to put in. I know it's going to be. I know that he's flat-footed against you.
That's a terrible roll. Roll a 5 for 12.
Yes,
Ugh.
you roll a 12, and that is a miss. You're like ready, and you're ready to hit, but here's the fun part: roll it again.
18.
Okay, this is the fun part. You feel so unlucky that whenever you try to attack or do things, you have to roll twice and take the worst result. So you missed with the 12.
I see, but I didn't critically miss. Well, that stinks, but I am going to try and swing this thing again. I have one action left. I don't have a parry weapon equipped, so I can't use my last action to parry right now. So I might as well just take another swing.
I'll do that twice, and we're going to take the worst.
Oh,
So you rolled a 19.
The first one's
That's pretty good, but let's see what the
First
second
one's
one is. No.
Also a
way.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.
No, that's really
You did
good.
it twice. You felt like you had it. You had it so good that you.
But now, which one can she pick to use? Because one of them does more damage.
That is funny. I will say I'm just gonna roll a D100 and we'll randomly take one. So we'll do 1 to 50 low and the other one high.
Okay.
So the 5 damage. So you do 5 damage against the Quasit thing.
Does it seem to work better than when I was hitting that other Quasit with my bow staff and with my fists?
Yes. In fact, hitting it with the cold iron, it seemed to screech, and it was like, eh! It did not like that at all. It seemed to quiver in horror when you hit it with that pick.
All right, Alhara is going to, as a free action, shout outside, "Hey, Acheron, this pick's working pretty good. Thanks for the tip."
And now you are done, and the Quasit is up. So the Quasit thingamajig is looking around and sees that it is just covered with people and doesn't like this whatsoever, and flies over here. So it flies over to Darius and then tries to claw at Darius. Oh, 27. I think that will hit.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Now, it only does 3 points of damage. Can't do 0. So it does 1 point of slashing, 2 points of evil. How about that? Isn't that fun? But you feel as if there is venom flowing through its bite.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a fortitude save. First, before you do that, though, you also feel unlucky. So give me not 1, but 2 will saves first.
All right, we'll save first.
You don't need to do the other one. So you roll a 9.
If you could fail.
you failed. So you fail your will save. You feel incredibly unlucky. So give me 2 fort saves, and we take the worst result to see if you get poisoned or not.
Yep.
10 and 11, you get a poisoned. Stage 1 is immediately you take 1d6 poison damage. 1 point of damage,
Mhm.
but you do feel poison. Ooh, let's put a little marker on you to show that you're poisoned.
Yeah, those markers are starting to rack up.
Got a whole bunch. Look at that. I'll even put a little 1 to show what round we're on. Round 1 of the poison, and the Quasit is
no.
like, hee hee. But then instead of attacking you, because it sees that it already did its thing, it concentrates and it seems to heal itself. So it heals itself for a tiny bit. It's like, oh, it looks much better. And then the other Pugwampy will go.
They heal themselves? Oh no.
Oh, yes. Pugwampy runs over to where Alhara is and tries. Actually, he's not going to run over because I keep forgetting that they have bows. So instead, he's going to stay exactly where he is and just shoot at Alhara. 22, I think that will hit.
Ugh.
But it did minimum damage. Did a whopping 1 point of damage. How does it do? 1 point.
Ouch.
That's it. 1 point. So you take 1 point of damage.
Does a d6 plus 0 roll the 1?
That's not so good. And it's like, haha! It's sort of like jumping around and being all happy that
Oh.
it hits you for 1
So
point
proud.
of that. They're happy. And he's going to do it again. Oh!
Aw.
He hits you. You have a 20, right? A 20 AC?
I have a 19 AC, so a 20 hits
5
me.
points of damage on the second one. And he's once again dancing around. And he's like, hee hee hee. He's all excited. But can he do it again? Can he roll with the minus 10? Minus 10.
Ah,
Almost. He almost does. Rolls a 13 and misses you. And now Hap is up. Hap is seeing lots of craziness going on inside that vault. What is she going to do?
Yeah. Can I still see the closet from where I'm at?
Your lighting should tell you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of the square is uncovered and some of it isn't. So
Then if
Then
it's
it has
uncovered,
cover.
then
You
then
can
it has
see
some
half
cover,
of
right?
it. Yeah, it has cover from you, from where you're standing currently.
okay, is that because the door,
Yeah, it's just a door.
doesn't fully fit into a square?
No, it's just...
It's because the door doesn't fit into a square. That's why. It's fine. I'm gonna move her a little bit so she can get a better line of sight. There. Does it have cover from this position?
No, less than half. Before you had half, because you were kind of far away and the door's narrow. If you get in there, you'll have none whatsoever. You don't have to worry about it whatsoever. Once you get in there, Hap,
get right up to the door.
Wait,
maybe?
is it? Wait, you say this isn't a nun situation?
Get right
go
up to
right
the
up to the
door.
door. Go right up to it. Say hi to it. Say hi. How you doing? Although as you get that close, you kind of feel unlucky. You're starting to feel not so lucky if you're getting that close. So give me 2 will saves.
Interesting that you say that.
Give me 2 will
Well,
saves.
hold on. I said I was just playing with the distances to see if I could see things.
Mhm.
That's all I said.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have no reason to stand here. I think I'm gonna stand right
Oh,
down.
okay. You don't feel as unlucky being
Yeah.
over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna roll produce flame now.
Okay, you do that. You move over.
So I've got a cross. Yeah, I've got a crossbow in one hand because I feel like I'm supposed to know how to use this, and I know everybody wants me to use it, but I'm really not confident in it. So with my free hand, I'm gonna summon up a ball of flame. I'm gonna kind of like, you know when like when your hands are full, so you kind of grab something with your mouth. I'm gonna grab bits and pieces of the fire with my mouth and shape it into a bird, and then throw it into the room.
Okay, let's see. Who are you going up against? The closet?
The closet.
Okay, you roll a 25. You definitely hit it. It does not crit it, but you do 8
So
points of
close.
fire damage. And let's see. Yeah, it didn't like that whatsoever. And if you notice, I have this cool add-on that gives you a general idea of how much damage they have. I like that because then it gives you an idea generally of where they're at, and you can tell as they're getting closer to red how dead they are.
What's the add-on? Is that the little color around
Yeah,
him?
so you see the little color. See,
How
so now,
neat.
now
Yeah.
he's like kind of yellow. That means he's like half dead. So it gives you a general idea.
Oh.
It's a general gist, and it's nice. It really comes in handy, and I think it's fair because that way you kind of have a general inkling of how damaged they are.
No, I love that. That's great.
I think that's neat.
So you are done, Hap, and Atron is up.
All right, Ataran will move forward so they can see the closet. I don't think that's the closet in the bottom left, so they'd step in.
Now you can see it.
There we go. All right, and Ataran, let's see, so how much is that? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, they would just stop, and they seem to inhale and then just glare angrily upon the closet as their eyes flash a bright violet for a moment, using Evil Eye.
Oh boy. All right, so it has to roll a will save.
DC 18.
Rolls a 15, so it is frightened 2, so I'll take a -2 to everything.
Yes, please. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, Darius is back up, and Darius
All
You got
right.
poison.
Do I have to make any kind of save?
Now that happens on its turn because it's one full round. So on the Quasit's turn,
okay.
you will have to do another save. Meanwhile, you are also feeling incredibly unlucky. 1, 2, 3.
Do I make another unlucky save, or is that just going to stick?
No, that sticks until it sticks for now.
Yeah, you have to
Great.
kiss the Blarney Stone to get rid of it.
Oh no! How many Blarney stones on you?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Ayo! All right, fighting with disadvantage. Let's do this. I will flurry of blows this slappy bad. Rolling twice. Looks like a big fat miss.
Although it is,
That's the first shot.
although it has a -2 to its AC, but you still missed because you rolled a 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
7.
And now my second flurry.
Ooh, 3.
Yep.
You are missing left and right. You feel really uncoordinated.
Mhm.
There's something wrong going on in this room. It's just weird. You just feel like you can't concentrate.
Yeah. It's getting frustrated. He is going to. I guess for his second action, he will strike again at a -10.
-10 at disadvantage. Good luck. Good luck to you, sir. You roll a 4. You want to roll the other one just for fun?
I just want to see if I taunt myself if it's a good
Oh, you
roll.
rolled a 1. I think that's a record. That's 3 crit misses in a row. Good job, Darius. Pugwampy goes. So the Pugwampy is jumping around. He's like, hee hee, ha ha, hoo. He sees you like fumbling and you almost look drunk. And it knows that it did that to you. And it is so excited.
You little flappy.
He's like, no, this is the gremlin.
Oh, the
gremlins.
gremlin. You little
So
bastards.
the gremlin,
You're next.
The gremlin to the east, by the way. Actually, let me give him a color so you know which one. The red gremlin, he's going, and then he's going to shoot a short bow at Darius.
Oh, I wish I could make attacks of opportunity.
Ooh.
Hit.
2 points of damage. Not a lot, but he's like, hee hee, hee hee. He's so excited. He's just like hitting you with little arrows, and then he's going to do it again. 15 misses.
No.
He's like, aww. And then he's like, hee hee, hee hee. And he does it again.
Please kill these things. They're very annoying.
Well, he barely misses you. 13. Even at a -10 of 13. Alright, so you take 2 damage. 2 damage. Not so bad. Not so bad. Alhara is up. And seeing this little thing is just pelting her brother with these little arrows. One right after
Alhara,
another.
crush them.
Although Alhara also is very
Yeah,
unlucky.
these things are frustrating. Alhara's gonna go after that red Pugwampy, the one right next to her. And I guess with this cold iron pick, because that's what she's holding, let's give it a shot. And I have to roll twice.
Yep. Ooh, 21 is a good hit. That's a good one. 27!
Oh.
That would have been a crit.
Womp
too.
womp.
Shame.
That would have been a crit.
Nope, but yet.
And a fatal crit.
Oh, look at that. Too bad. But you do hit. You do 4 points of damage, but it's cold iron, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You hit it squarely, and it's like screams as the cold iron cuts through it. It's like, ah! And suddenly it's jumping around of joy. He looks at you with an evil grin and an evil eye, as if he did not like that at all.
Hey, this works pretty well against these little jerks, too. All right, next swing.
16, 19. Guess what?
16 good enough?
You hit. 16 does
yeah.
it. Oh, and the 16 does more damage. That was 9 points of damage. Guess what?
Yeah.
You killed it.
Awesome.
It drops. It's like, ah! And then you hit it like right in the head, and the pick goes right through its head, and it just drops dead on the spot. Ah.
I got a Pugwampy stuck on this thing. Good thing it's got 2 sides. And she is going to step adjacent to the other Pugwampy, basically cornering it in this little room.
Yeah. It's like up 5 feet, so you can't really get to where it is because it's like on a shelf. It's like a Pugwampy on a shelf.
In that case, let me append. How much space is there on the top of the shelf?
Not enough for you. Not enough for you. I know. It's really tight. It's like the Pugwampis are tiny, so they're just standing up there. They're not
Yeah.
even small. They're tiny. They're little. So they're just kind of like at the top of this, like it's like 2 feet up there. It's not a lot of space.
Okay, but I can still swing
Oh,
it.
yeah,
It might
yeah.
just have like cover.
No,
or
you're
something?
actually
Okay.
you're just fine. I'm not even giving you cover. It's just hanging out there. I'm not even giving it cover.
Okay.
So Alhara did a great job. The Quasit goes, and Quasit seeing its buddy get killed, it's sort of like went, "Arr!" and did not like that whatsoever. So first thing it's going to do is, I don't know what it's going to do. It'll just bite Darius again.
I am delicious.
You are delicious. Oh, and it is
I'm perfectly marbled.
give it a -2 to the attack because it is
Is
it's
afraid.
afraid. 15. Does a
Mhm.
15 hit you?
That is incorrect. Does not hit me.
No, it does not hit you. And with that, it's sort of it's like flying around a little, and it's like, "Rawr!" It doesn't seem to like that, and it's gonna try to do that again. Try to claw you at a mere -7. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
I know. And then it's actually going to fly over to Otteron and get in his face.
Oh no.
It's like flying over there. Now it's also up in the shelf because it's also tiny. So Otteron sees this thing fly like over his head and sort of perch, and it looks at you and goes, hiss, kind of this little hiss right at Otteron. And also, you need to give me 2 fortitude saves, Darius, as you have poison. Let's see if it gets better or worse.
2.
Yep.
Oh,
The worst
no.
one. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Still unlucky.
Oh god, even saves
Everything.
Oh, no.
Well, let me double check.
Everything.
Let's see.
Like, let's just agree that I'm already unlucky.
Let's see.
Well, let's hope it's
All
just roll
checks.
once.
All checks.
Oh crap!
Oh, you rolled a 20.
checks.
Oh, you rolled
A
a
20 and a 27.
20 and a 20.
Wow,
Yes!
awesome.
Yes, I'm
Guess
alive.
what? Well,
What?
I think it goes back, right? No, it goes up.
I mean,
goes,
less. It
it goes
lessens.
back to stage 0. So I think you purge the poison.
0 means not.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
0 means none. So you purge the poison while being unlucky. That is impressive.
Whoa.
That's how tough Darius is.
really, really tough.
Squeeze the poison out with the force of my muscles.
Yeah, very strong.
Get rid of that little poison icon and everything. Now the Pugwampy goes. The Pugwampy sees his brother get killed, and he's like, ah! And sees like his brother hanging on Alara's pick, and it's all angry and decides to run over to there. The first thing it does is get away from Alhara as it runs like on the little steps. It's like hee 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 hee, and then shoots its short bow at Alhara.
Kingdom for an attack of opportunity.
23.
Jeez.
2 points of damage. And it's like, hee 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 hee. It's all like laughing as you're getting shot at, and then does it one more time. 10 will not do it. And he is done. And up is Hap, who can't see anything now because she's totally on the wrong side.
Yeah, so first I hit that little Quasit with my little makeshift bird, and I'm like, yes. And then he flies away. I'm like, oh, no. So now I'm gonna shuffle a little bit so I can see a target.
There you go.
Is that the Pugwampy?
Yep, you can see the Pugwampy.
Okay. It's not who I was expecting, but it's a little evil thing. So I will again. This time I'm gonna take the hilt of the crossbow, and I'm just gonna stick it under my arm, and I'm gonna use 2 hands to actually shape this into a bird, and not like a terrible mouth thing bird. And now I'm gonna cast produce.
You're doing produce flame with the crossbow in your hand?
No. I took it and I put it under my arm so I can do it correctly. I don't need one hand, so it mechanically doesn't change anything. It's just more thematic.
So you roll a 14 against the Pugwampy and miss, fortunately. So
Fair
you
enough.
are done. Otteron, give me 2 will saves. You feel incredibly unlucky.
Oh no.
20, 24.
Oh,
20 and 24.
nice.
Nice.
Otteron, they feel totally fine. What is this unluckiness that you two
Wonderful.
seem to be cursed with? They feel fit as a fiddle. Otteron is up.
It's
Hmm.
not that
Otteron
Otteron
knows
doesn't have the
curses.
unluck. It's just their whole life. They're used to it.
Oh, thank you. You understand. Ataran just continues to glare up at the closet and then says, Eru Lavodik, and a part of one of the like broken stones over on the other side of the room goes flying up at the creature. Telekinetic projectile, which is there. 16.
16 at the closet, and
Who is fear? Something 2. I can't remember.
Fear 2, afraid 2, scared 2.
Frightened.
Thank you. Frightened.
One of those.
Ah,
Big spook.
Spooked
I know.
2.
So you hit it. You hit it right in the head and do 7 points of damage. It doesn't look too good. It got smashed. You rolled a 16, but it's at a -2. So you barely hit it, and you do 7 points, and it's still like it like takes a little whomping, and it's sort of dizzy, but it's still alive and still a ticking. You have one action.
And-
I think. Oh no, you have to.
no, that's the end of my
sustain,
turn because
right?
telekinetic is 2, and
Yeah.
then sustaining is 1.
Yep,
Thank you.
Darius is up.
All right. You leave Atron alone, you flappy bastard. Step over.
Oh,
Floor your
12
blows.
does not do it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dang it.
Second swing, better than
And,
the first swing. Let's see.
Oh, that was a
Isn't
good sound, though. But
disadvantage
no,
fun?
there's a second swing.
11, you miss.
It's terrible.
Whiff,
Oh,
whiff,
well,
Pugwampy is
whatever.
up.
Take it
Ooh,
much worse than that.
Pugwampy, he gets to go?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that
Yes.
was the other one. No, Alhara's
Whiff.
up. That one died. Alhara's up.
Alhara. I was gonna say I want to kill this little jerk first. Alhara is going to stride over next to the Pugwampy, standing side by side with her brother Darius, and take at least one swing, if not 2, at this
Disadvantage.
stupid Pugwampy.
9. 20. Well, he
Ah,
laughs at you. He's like jumping around. You feel like you almost hit him. Oh, you try. You get 18. Oh, 8.
ah, 2 swings missed because of that stupid unluck law.
I tell you, maybe I'm judging D&D 5th edition too harshly. Maybe disadvantage is fun. I tell you, who knew? Who knew it could be this much fun? I didn't.
Freaking Pugwampies.
Well, I know what spell I'm going to take now since everyone's enjoying this
Oh,
so much.
yeah, if this is
No.
a spell you can take, you take it.
This is a terrible spell. Don't take the spell. It makes my life hell. The closet sees Ataran saying he wants to take the spell, and he's like, "No, you don't take spell." Claws you. Is that 15? That's a -2. I forgot to put it in. He hits you. He hits Ataran. You have a 15 AC, right?
Yep.
So you take 1 point of slashing
Correct.
damage, 2 points of evil, so only 3 points of damage. But you need to give me a fort save, my friend. You don't want to fail it. 15.
15?
Doesn't feel too good. Feels like blood is pumping through your veins and now poison pumping through your veins. You guys all have 1 hero point, don't forget. So up to you.
Oh no. Yeah, I'll use it.
Okay. He uses a hero point.
Yay, it's worse, of course.
Of course. So now you
8.
get no hero points. And you also have let's see, how much damage? 5 points of poison damage as the poison courses through your veins. And then it tries to claw you again. 6 won't even come close. And you know what? I take it back. I made a mistake. You know what it is? I reverse all of that. Give yourself back 5 points of damage because it's fortitude saving throw of 15 because of the curse. Well, its DC is actually now 15 instead of 17. So you don't take the poison and you get your hero point back.
Woohoo!
Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
And it will try to claw you. Yeah, it's going to try to claw you
One
more
last time.
Just because, you know what? No, it won't. It's going to heal itself. For 1 point of
Join the
damage,
club,
it heals
little
itself.
closet. Join the club.
Oh, I know how that feels.
I feel much better now after doing all that. Pugwampy's up. Pugwampy sees Alhara and it's like, ah! And tries to get away.
No, I want attacks of opportunity so bad.
And it shoots you with his little bow.
Steve, can we be level 6 now?
11.
That misses.
We can be level 11 now? Holy crap.
Ah,
Oh, well, it's gonna shoot you again.
Nat 1, you jerk.
It misses, and then like, he'll shoot you again. Oh no, that's it, because he moved once, so he only gets 2 shots. So he's done, and Hap is up.
Okay, I've got to shuffle again so that I can find these baddies. Ah, there you are. Found you. But this crossbow's getting on Hap's nerve because it's just in the way, and she's not used to having to hold something while she's making her fire. So she's just gonna gingerly set it down on the ground next to her, and then use elaborate displays, large wavings of her arms to summon up a ball of flame, and then really coax it into just a gorgeous, beautiful shape. Perhaps the best fiery bird she's ever made.
A macaw?
And then produce flame.
You just love that producer.
A
10.
it looks beautiful.
It's so beautiful that I might hero point it. No, that's stupid. I'm doing it. All right, here we go again.
Yes.
Wow, you're doing it? You're hero pointing. Here we go.
Kill it.
This is an important bird.
Oh! Is that a 22, I
Oh.
see?
22.
I should let you do that. Okay, you hit it. Full points of damage. 8 points of damage.
Yes.
And you hit it squarely in the face, and it's like, "Wah!" It's not like that. It's like, because it's been having so much fun with you guys jumping around, and it's like, "Wah." And
I will die later in this adventure because I wasted that hero.
well, that turns up.
Let's see. Ataran will continue to glare at the Quasit and repeat, Eru Lavodik, and another piece of rock will come flying at it.
Oh,
But miss.
11.
hero point. Hero point.
You
Hero
actually
point.
do give your hero point.
Already
left.
spent it.
No, he has it back because I made a mistake.
Oh, right, because you
Yeah,
made a
that's right.
mistake.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Oh, you guys are getting gutsy.
Tempting fate.
Still, you still miss.
What about with the -2?
Still
Yeah, the
miss.
-2?
Still miss. It's a 13. It's not like you rolled like a 19 here. You rolled a 13.
I know.
Everything here has
All right, yeah.
at least of like 15, 17. That's about average on any.
Ataran tries to make sure the rock doesn't hit either of his allies, and it instead hits the shelf.
All right, well, Darius is back up. Wow, this is taking a while. These little guys here, like,
It's taking a while.
It's taking a while. You guys you feel clumsy,
All right.
unlucky, and uncoordinated.
Like he shakes.
Pugwumpies always do this.
Darius just steals his fist. He squeezes his fist tighter. I will not let this flapping menace defeat me. 2, I'm going to do the flurry again.
16.
And 17.
You hit.
Yes.
So with the 16 hit,
Yes,
right?
which is 7 points. Of
All right.
damage.
Bam.
Awesome.
Yes.
Do I
Yes,
get
the
it?
closet explodes in
Oh.
nastiness, and he's dead.
Splat.
Ataran blinks and slowly turns towards the Pugwampy.
I think you still have an action left.
And then I move right in front of it.
Ah,
The Pugwampy.
doesn't like that at all. Alhara's up.
Hey, bro, you're in my spot. Alhara is going to stride next to Darius, where she can still reach the stupid Pugwampy and try and murder it. All right, here we go.
There's always a spot for you.
Oh, no.
Place at the table.
Why? Why not one? All right, I'm going to try a second swing. A 10 and an 18. 10 misses again.
Tell you, I'm just gonna move this miss button all the way up to the front, because that's the thing I've been pushing more than anything else. I tell you, that's the number one button in this entire program is the miss button. And you're done. Quasit's dead.
There's some things I could say. but-
Pugwampy's up. Pugwampy sees you both. And what does it decide to do as everyone is near it? It decides to run away again. Whee! He's just like running around on the top, and he sort of goes near where Alhara is, and Darius, and Ataran, and the Pugwampy does something really crazy, and he shoots his short bow at. That will be Darius. Shoots it at Darius. 15.
Miss.
And he's like, ah! And then decides to shoot it this time at Elhara. 4. Actually rolled a 1.
Nat
Crit
one.
miss, and it's just standing
Sucker.
there. And it's like, ah! But Hap feels incredibly unlucky. Hap, give me 2 will saves.
This is BS. All right.
22.
And a boom.
27. Hap is fine. Hap feels totally lucky.
In Atron's case, it's because they have an unlucky life. In my case, it's because my life is too lucky. I was abandoned as an orphan, but look at this wonderful family I have. My life is blessed. This unluck aura has no effect.
You were born lucky. I was lucky to be born.
And with that, I have no idea where I can't see where this Pugwampy went, so I'm gonna start moving around, and I'm gonna do the right click thing that was mentioned by one of our Patreons. All right, I still don't see him. All right, the right thing click has already failed for me. Here's 10 feet for me. I can't go in. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh crap, there he is. That was 15 feet for me. I'm gonna start backing up. 20. 25, 30. 30 feet puts me here, and then I'll use 2 actions to quickly summon up an avian produced flame.
Nice.
Well,
Ooh.
is that an 18, I think?
For minimum damage.
And that will hit. And you do 7 points of damage?
Yeah, that's my minimum. It's only a D4, so it doesn't swing all that much.
Yeah, well, it hit pretty hard, though, because it squarely gets the Pugwampy, and it's, like, on fire, and it's running around, like, with a hot foot, and it does not like that whatsoever. And
he don't like the hot
well,
foot.
Otteron's up, and it's the Pugwampy's in big trouble.
Otteron just slowly glances at the Pugwampy as they moved. Eru Lavodic, and another rock goes flying at it. 26.
26. That was a crit.
Ooh.
How much damage is that?
20 crit damage.
What?
Yeah.
The Pugwampy explodes as you picked up a large brick. It wasn't even a rock. It was like a brick of masonry. And it goes flying, and it just squishes him like a bug against the wall. And they're all dead. Everyone feels back to their lucky selves again.
Can I, for the rest of my action, technically see what I know about them?
Sure. What is your occultism, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you know that these things, Pugwampies, they're basically variations of gremlins. They like to steal things, and they take a lot of pleasure in causing misfortune. What they'll often do is they'll actually hide out in houses or places that they can cause mischief and trouble, and hence why people always think whenever something bad happens, they say a gremlin did it, and they're good at it. They're very good, because if you were in their area of their aura, you can get very unlucky. They're not too hard, though. I mean, they only have a little short sword, a little short bow, so it's not like they have a lot of equipment, and they're pretty easy to defeat. They're more of an annoyance than anything else. As you saw firsthand, they can be really annoying to combat.
Yes, indeed.
I hate them so much.
Yeah, these are Pugwampy, creatures of misfortune, a gremlin.
Why
Hopefully
are they
we will
here?
See a few other. I don't know. Perhaps they were mucking about, or perhaps the Quasit called them in. I don't know. We should see if we can find those books.
Yes, did this creature have a book to steal it, or hiding it here?
You actually see a little pile of plunder on the floor, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, let's search around.
You search around at the pile of plunder, and inside you find a gold ring, a bracelet of some sort, and a pendant. That's it.
Cool. No books though. There was that one closet that flew off in our first fight in the main chapel. It's possible that it keyed someone in, that we had shown up, and maybe something else ran away with the books.
Yes, I tried to stop it, but it got away.
It's okay.
You would have noticed. I mean, these things are really tiny, and these books are pretty big. This thing would have. The books would have been as big as the closet, so it definitely didn't have it with it. So these books, they're not here.
That's what I'm saying. There must have been another person with them or creature with them that took the books away.
Or they hid them, but I am inclined to agree with you. They probably ran away with them, whatever had it, or perhaps they summoned something to do so.
Or maybe they gave it to who was looking for it.
Well, we will take these things. We can look them over for magic. Let us update Father Nellin.
Yeah, so as I said, you found the gold ring, a bracelet, pendant. And the pendant looks like a crying angel on the pendant.
Huh. Are any of these magic, Otteron?
I will check in the church.
Okay. Well, I guess we can at least report back to Priesty Man that we took care of his demon problem. As she says this, Alhara is sort of fiddling with the body of one of the pugwumpies, sort of looking at it.
Well, one has a pick through its head, and the other one was squashed like a bug. So which one are you looking at?
Probably the pick through the head one that's, I'm hoping, still stuck to the cold iron
Pieces
pick.
of it are.
Aderon went to leave, but they kind of turned back, seeing that you're mucking around with one of the bodies. Do you think there's something else in there? Or they have something?
They don't seem to have anything on their bodies. If anything, well, they have their weapons. I mean, they have 2 short swords and 2 short bows with some arrows.
Tiny short swords and tiny short bows.
Yeah, tiny. They're very small.
No. It's okay. Mostly, she's just sort of...
They're like doll toys.
Alhara is just sort of examining this thing and like pulling on one arm or something like that and just sort of, I don't know, fiddling with it.
Like a hand puppet?
I guess. These are just weird little creatures, don't you think?
Gremlins are. Yes. But, they are partially acting to their nature, if that's what you mean.
To their nature. I suppose. What do you think we should do with them? Burn them? Throw them over the wall?
Considering we were on a church's grounds, I would defer to the father. I would not want to anger any priest.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
By the way, the treasure was inside of a heap, and in there was also lots of buttons, loose teeth, and buckles as well. It looks like there was a large heap of garbage, and inside were some of the nicer things you found. It looks like they've been looting these bodies, or something like these bodies, and sort of putting it in a pile.
So obviously those things were kind of evil and mean, but you gotta admit they were also kind of cute. And they're dead, and their blood is everywhere. I'm gonna leave this room.
Yes, let us return to the father. Aderon heads out with Hap.
Are we ready, Alhara?
Yeah, I guess. And she just continues to follow along, dangling this little dead pugwumpy by its leg.
Do you want to keep that?
I thought you said it was up to the priest to decide what to do with it.
Oh, yes, but we are in a crypt. Perhaps we can ask and then return.
No, it's fine. It's not like it weighs a lot. She sort of swings it around and then bonks it on the wall.
Oh, please. No, please
What?
don't do that.
It's
That's
dead.
gross.
We killed it.
Yeah, it's gross. Okay.
It's not gross. It's dead.
All right. I've had enough. I'm leaving.
Didn't you just say it was cute?
They're cute when they're alive. Hap turns around and is yelling at you. They're cute when they were alive, not when their guts are going everywhere and you're bashing them the walls.
I didn't bash it hard. I just
No,
bonked
you
it.
get away from me with that thing.
Alhara just keeps running after Hap,
No.
waving it at her.
Aderon kind of like watches as she kind of goes straight, and he looks like he wants to smile, but kind of just frowns, and then turns abruptly to Darius. I thank you. For being kind when the others were angry at me. I know that was not an easy situation in the church earlier, or when you awoke. I really am not accustomed to that. Thank you, Darius.
It's quite all right. This is a strange set of events that have been thrust upon us. We're all kind of a bit afraid, so I understand. No need to apologize.
I need to do better, but thank you for saying so.
Is Hap? I see a little thing going on. Hap and Alhara are like playing tag, and Hap just did a critical produce flame on Alhara for 18 points of damage. Did you really do
Great.
that? Did you really?
I incinerate the little pugwampy she's holding.
Okay.
Yeah, she quickly throws it to the ground as it catches on fire. Hey! I wanted to burn that.
Oh, you crit it, and
I said get it away from me.
so meanwhile, while you guys are talking, there's this whole thing going on the side where Hap is running away from Alhara. Alhara's chasing her with this pugwampy, dead pugwampy, with a hole through its head. And then Hap is hiding in the corner of the church. Alhara runs in, showing it to her. Hap throws Produce Flame and crits and burns the poor thing to a crisp. Meanwhile, the father is watching this all, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like horrified.
She kept chasing me. This is her fault.
Stop throwing fire in the church.
Well, that was the Pugwampy I came to show you. It's a little gross thing, but I guess it's that pile of ash now.
He looks at it. He's like, the demons are all dead. Did you find the books?
No books. Demons are all dead. Books nowhere to be found.
Ugh. All right, it's safe outside, right?
Yeah, we were just running around out there. Should be fine.
All right, let me go see. And he walks out, and he sees the two.
After
I'll-
Otteron was talking to Darius, they would have started to head inside.
I can take you on a tour. So here's where these weird worm things were inside these other bodies. See, you can see the bodies there and there. And sorry about all the damage. That was us trying to kill the worm things. But I think the people were already dead. And we killed the worm things, and they were like stealing and eating bodies or something. It was really gross.
He's just shaking
Disgusting.
his head, and he looks at the two bodies, and they look like one is just eaten and half like, there. The other one looks like a meat puppet, like the body was hollowed out and all that's left is the skin. And he looks at it, and this guy obviously has a pretty strong stomach because this is revolting. And he goes, "These are the Lindell brothers. So you're telling me
The worms were brothers?
Well, I don't think it's the
Their
worms.
skins
The
were.
skins were the brothers. This is terrible. They're nice. They were nice fellows. They lived in a farm outside of town. I don't know. Obviously, something attacked them and took them over. I'm stunned. What else did you see? That's bizarre. And they were eating. And sure enough, you see like the dead. They're like half eaten, and they've been digging them up. And he's like, he doesn't seem too surprised. He goes, "Well, that's demon behavior for you. They obviously like to nosh on the dead corpses." Okay, what else did you find? What else?
We went over into this crypt over here, and there were Pugwumpies. You can see that one back there kind of smashed to bits. The other one inside that's now a pile of ash was one of those. And then also another one of these Quasi-What's-It demons.
Ugh.
Hey, so what even is a pugwampy?
I don't know, one of those gross little tiny things that were shooting arrows.
It is a
at me.
gremlin.
Gremlin, yeah.
One of the members of my ever-growing list of things I hate.
Yes, they, like I said, misfortune. They steal things. They are not
The
demons.
top of my list is cream corn.
Pugwampies love cream corn.
No wonder.
Well, then they suck.
He looks around and sees the crypt, and he's like just shaking his head. He goes, "Oh, I'll have to clean this up and rechristen and bless this crypt, as it is one of the oldest and most prominent crypts in our town." And he sees the pile of debris, and he's like, "Oh, they were obviously just having fun at our expense." And he sees the door smashed open, and he's like, "Oh, I presume it was broken. That's okay. I'll fix it. I'll fix it."
Oh yeah, they already
Yeah.
smashed it.
Yeah, we found it like this.
Steven, I have a out of character question for you. I know in first edition that gremlins are fey. Are they still? And do I know
Yeah,
that?
you would know that he's actually, there are types, they're They're neutral evil, tiny fake gremlins. There's actually different types of gremlins. They're Jenkin gremlins, Pugwampy gremlins. Gremlins have different flavors. Some cause misfortune, some steal things. They all have their own little tricks. And this one is this is one that is misfortune.
Might I have heard or seen of them in my past?
Maybe. Probably.
Okay. So Ataran will say too, as Father talks about the door. They try to quickly continue. It also should be known that gremlins are fey, just as we encountered pixies, and it's clear we had some druidic problems, and this hermitage might be corrupted. Perhaps there are other druids calling other fey. These are certainly darker forms.
He thinks about it. He goes, well, I can understand problems with druids and animals and fae, but it doesn't describe the demons, now does it?
Yeah, why would they be involved in all this if we were attacked by nasty druids and fey creatures? Demons?
Well, what if... Okay, so the mayor sure seemed to trust the Hermitage. So, what if a rival set of druids was trying to move in on their territory? And what if those rival set of druids were getting help from the demons?
But demons are... I don't know. They don't seem like their style.
What if demons have corrupted druids and other natural priests as they are touching the land? They could be coming from some outer realm, corrupting the ground and the water. We need to go out there and investigate when we are ready. We cannot allow that to spread.
Father Abadarman, who are your local heroes? Maybe they should be taking care of demon-corrupted druids and that.
I think we're the local heroes, Alhara.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Well, he goes on and says, well, you've been hearing about the strange things. I mean, the mayor came to see you because, the sheriff is missing, and we've had hardship these last few years, and all this weird stuff going on in town. So we saw your show last night, and seeing how amazing you were, we thought you guys must be heroes. I mean, look at you. He looks at Darius. He says, look at you. You're 7 foot tall and all of muscle, and you with the staff. Look at how fast and nimble you are. And we have magic users of sorcery and witchcraft here, and you must have powers at your command. We are just simple farmers, and we're not equipped to handle things like this. We're looking towards someone like you, and also you're circus folk. I presume you've seen more of the world and understand this way better than we do. We never leave this part. We live in the island in the middle of nowhere.
I've seen corruption in a widespread land, yes, and that is why we must attack it.
Well, looks like we're on this job too. Seems like it pays pretty well, though, as she sort of hefts this rare cold iron pick in her hand.
Can I hear more of witchcraft, Father?
Oh, well, I just assumed you have a raven on your shoulder, and it doesn't look like you are into arcane magic, so I just presumed you were into sorcery or witchcraft. Am I not incorrect? Is that not your familiar? And he sort of comes over and pets your bird a little because he seems to really like it.
Ataran looks a little surprised, but nods and just kind of watches to see if Chulagosh gets upset at all, but says, yes, I am an occultist, and I suppose witchcraft is the right word, but I did not really have any tutors, so to hear such from a priest of Abadar, it's interesting to me, and I don't know much about it, so I'm learning. I'm always learning, and I think that's important.
All I know is what Dad taught me, and he certainly ain't a wizard.
Well, funny thing is, as he's petting your raven, the raven looks a little uncomfortable until he pulls out, and it seemed like he was ready for this because he's seen you in the church now a couple of times. He has some little noshas and little snacks, and he hands it over to the raven, and Raven quickly takes it out of his hand and starts pecking his shoulder, asking for more. It looks like not only does the Raven like this guy, but now wants more treats.
All right. This is a good thing. We have a few things to look at. Can we look at them inside?
Sure. And for doing such a good job, I have something for you. I think that will help you in your adventures. Come in. I'll get to this later today and clean this all up. But you've done a great service here. Abadar blesses you all.
We have not found the books yet. I don't know if Alhara mentioned that.
I understand, but that's okay. I see what a great job you've done. These demons are incredibly difficult. I can't even believe you managed to defeat them. These are vast monstrosities that are way too powerful for anyone else other than someone like yourself. And with that, he pulls out these golden scales that have been severely damaged by the record demon who was here earlier and smashed it. And he says, these scales, I can no longer use these. I use these to weigh various coins in Abadar's name. But as you can see, they've been destroyed to the point that they're totally useless to me. Here, perhaps you can use these. They're made of gold and probably could be melted down for a fair amount.
Thank you. We will take a look and see what we can do with it or sell it. Thank you.
Sure. Don't worry about it. You're doing God's work. And see, and he gives Alhara sort of a evil eye. He says, "We do give charity when deserved."
Oh, I stand corrected. No, definitely give us more broken golden scales anytime.
Indeed. And he gives me like a little Spock eyebrow when he says that.
Well, this has been fun, but I've got a bunch of little stupid arrows sticking in me, and I'd kind of like to get rest. So thanks for removing our disease, and good luck. She sort of surveys the completely decimated chapel. Good luck with all of this. And she waves.
I think we should rest here and go over these things. We were planning to go to sell what we need to first, so perhaps staying here at the moment is wise while we prepare for that, if that is okay, Father.
Sure. If you have some items, I could also help with identifying them if you need any assistance. I dabble in magic items on the side.
Thank you. Ataran nods like, sure.
Well, if you're going to help us, I guess I can help clean up a bit. You got any broom or dustpan around here?
But of course. Here, I'll even donate them to you. And he hands
Thanks.
over. He hands over the dustpan and obviously cleaning materials to help with all the broken glass and feathers and stained glass. And he says, "Oh, if you don't mind, I heard you jump through that stained glass window as it has a Alhara-shaped hole in it. If you don't mind picking up some of that glass, I'd really appreciate it." And he sees,
Hey, that hole was already here.
like little pieces of stained glass still sticking out of your armor. And he like pulls one of them out and like throws it on the ground.
All right. Alhara starts cleaning it up, singing like a hymn to Kurgus as she basically clean fights, taking all these stances as she like sweeps in big broad strokes.
Cool.
Shouldn't we check on our friends back at the camp?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about everyone back there.
Maybe leave the cleaning up to the acolytes here.
I'm just helping out while you two, and she sort of gestures toward the priest and Ataran, figure out what all that magical stuff might be.
Yes, and I'm hoping Hap might help as well. But we do have a number of things we have to sell and ingredients to buy before we go back.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I don't really know much, but I can try.
Sure. So as I said, there was two things. There was this angel pendant that was giving off magic and a bracelet that was giving off magic. Who wants to do
The gold
which?
ring is just a gold ring?
The gold ring has no magic. It's just a gold ring. The scales are nice. They're gold, but they're smashed to pieces and totally worthless as scales anymore. So, but they're definitely pretty nice. It's going to be worth a fair amount. So, who wants to do what?
I would try looking at the bracelet first, I guess.
Okay, you spend 10 minutes, and let's do the. I do the roll. Let's see. Here we go.
Meanwhile, Ataran would present the pendant for
Ooh, occultism.
Hap or Dren to look at.
You are looking at the bracelet, you said?
Yes, sir.
You 100% know what this is. Oh, I can use the new cool thing. This is a bracelet of dashing. In fact, you yourself can tell everyone what this does.
Mm.
Oh.
Let's see. This bracelet will help with all your jumping and rolling and tumbling. I think it gives a small benefit. Some of the simplest of enhancement magics, but you can concentrate on it every 24 hours, and you will briefly get about for a minute a quickened speed. Move, about 3 or so yards faster, 10 feet faster for that minute.
Well. That sounds pretty neat.
Does it say Alhara on it? Because it should.
It is called a bracelet of dashing. I have seen them made in the past.
I mean, you're pretty dashing, but speed has never been your strong suit?
Not when I'm in the mountain stance, that is for sure. But you should be as mobile as possible.
It does look pretty nice on me as she sort of snatches it up and puts it on.
So I presume a bracelet that gives you +1 to acrobatics is... she looks at it and starts talking about how nice it is, and after about 10 seconds just grabs it and slaps it on her wrist and locks it permanently, and if she can, even hides it a little under her sleeve to make sure no one can take it from her.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I figured.
+1 to acrobatics is gold.
Yeah, it's nice. Meanwhile, the priest or Hap could have been looking at the pendant.
I can do it, even though I'm not that good. Because so Hap really isn't very good, and she knows she isn't. But when asked, she'll take the pendant. She puts her hands together in front of her, palms flat, like in a traditional Catholic prayer, and between them is the pendant. And she's gonna squint real hard and just cast detect magic on both hands, just into the pendant, and just think real hard about like what this thing could possibly be, and then roll Arcana with a +4.
You roll, and you 100% know what this is with immediate certainty. And that is what it is.
Okay, so I don't know why, but I don't know why I know this, but I think that this helps you treat people. I think this helps you treat people who are injured.
Oh, that's great. We all can do that. Is this something I can wear?
I mean, I think it'll probably work if you just affix it to your armor. Just try that and see if that works. I mean, I don't know why, but it just feels like the right thing.
I mean, I don't wear official armor. Can I just put it on my bracer or?
Of course.
Here, come here. I'm just gonna tie this.
Put it on my bandolier.
No, stop! I'm gonna smack your hand away when you grab for the bandolier. I'm just gonna put it right here, and it like just kind of like one of your little straps that almost looks like suspenders. That's holding your cape. One of your little straps that's holding your cape. There. That looks good there. Excellent.
This will help.
It is a talisman. It is a one-time use, however.
All right. I will use it once when needed.
So that was a crying angel pendant. And yes, it allows you to basically, if you critically fail, administer first aid. It just turns into a regular failure, and you can just turn it on if you want. And
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way, it doesn't stink. So, and I will give that to Darius. Darius' first treasure of the adventure, because he wants for nothing.
The real treasure was the friends you made along the way, though.
Otteron
true.
would have given the leaf with a dewdrop that the record demon had for Father Dread to look at
Oh,
then.
I totally forgot about that. Very good. I should have mentioned that.
Boom, inventory.
Okay, so
Good job.
the leaf from the demon. Let me look that up. You got me. Hold on. I forgot about that. I forgot to even put that. Let me add that to inventory.
Session 8.
Oh yeah, well that's why you need a loot master. No joke. Hold on, let me look that up.
We also found a hoodless cloak, which I'm assuming is just clothing, but
Yes.
if it's magic...
He looks at the hoodless cloak and says, "Oh, that's the demon was wearing this." Oh no. He looks at it and he says, "This is the religious symbol of Gozra, the leaf with the hanging drop of dew. And this looks like the cloaks they wear at the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning."
Oh no.
That would confirm my suspicions.
The druids did it?
Or that they've been corrupted, very likely. Not
We
that
should go talk
druids
to
are
them.
totally
Otteron.
good people.
You are one insightful person.
Thank you. I wish I was wrong in this case.
Maybe they have a reasonable explanation. We don't know.
There was no reasonable explanation to truck with demons.
Probably not in this case anyway, I would suspect not. But many people do strange things in order to survive calamity.
They're eating the dead. They're
The demons,
wearing the
yes.
skins. I don't believe that there is any reasonable explanation that would exonerate them of blame.
Wait, didn't the mayor say he was going there to talk to them?
Yes.
I told
We
him
have
he
to
should
catch
wait.
him.
Well, that was yesterday.
Oh no.
How far away
When
is
we
this
leave-
place?
When we leave here, we will make sure if he hasn't left yet. But I worry it's too late.
Priest says, "Well, the Hermitage, it's not too far away. It's about 12 miles near the shore. It's right up against the ocean so that they can pray to their god, Gozra, correctly, as the Hermitage is right on the water." He also explains that the Hermitage is, well, I wouldn't call it secretive, but they don't allow visitors. Only those invited are allowed in the Hermitage. And if the mayor's going there, well, he goes on to think about it. He goes, he should be back in a day. He's thinking about it. He goes, this could just be someone who was actually just wandering around. Maybe the demons preyed upon someone from the Hermitage and was just wearing this for fun. I don't know. That Hermitage is extremely well defended, up against a cliff on the water. There's no way that someone could just run in there. And if, in fact, they were taken over by demons, I strongly suspect you're not nearly strong enough to deal with that.
Unfortunately, if the mayor has already left, I cannot recommend we go there anyway. Druids alone would be a dangerous group, let alone demons with them. We will have to see if the mayor has left. But Father, is this leaf magical?
No. He looks at it. He goes, "There's no magic on the leaf. It's just a cloak, a Gozra cloak, similar to the ones they wear at the Hermitage. Again, this could be one from the Hermitage. This could be just someone, as there are many, many worshippers of Gozra in this area. So it could have just been someone who was fell upon by these demons, and he was just wearing it for fun."
Perhaps I go sell these things, and the rest of you check on the mayor.
We should stick together. We don't know what else is loose in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then let us check on the mayor first.
But if he's like a day away, it was 12 miles, I thought.
I'm hoping someone in town knows if he's left or not, right?
I suppose if he hasn't left yet, sure.
Yes, we can hope. That would be optimistic, but it seems unlikely. And Otteron looks to Father Drend. Thank you, Father. I'm sure we will return.
Rob P., you're frustrated, man.
Why, what's up?
Otteron used to go, no, no, no. And it was really cool. And you've never done it since.
Yeah, well, I try to wait for the right moment to use certain cast responses, I guess.
Okay.
You've had quite the active morning as this has all happened within like an hour or so. Quite a bit going on this morning. You've managed to kill demons, multiple demons, kill these weird dog-faced Pugwampy. You found treasure. You've been to the cusp of death 2 or 3 times each. And now it's time for lunch.
Yeah. All right, well,
Yeah.
let's sell things that we don't need and get back to our encampment, make sure our people are safe.
First we're
First
going to
we
try
look
and
for
look for
the
the mayor.
mayor.
Oh, yeah, him.
So I have the map of Aberton, so I would try to find the mayor's office or home.
Okay. You look at the map of Aberton, and don't forget there's a whole bunch of things marked on this map if you don't remember.
Does one of them say mayor's house
I
or
don't
office?
remember, but yeah.
Yeah,
City
I don't
Hall?
remember that either.
Well, let's bring that up, shall we?
Oh, yeah. This is the map that we found from one of the things that we killed.
Ooh, Orchard and Houghton Mill. But that wasn't one of those brothers. What were those brothers' name again?
Those were the Lindell brothers.
Before we leave, can we have the priest mark on this map where the Lindell brothers' farm would be, or at least we can make
Sure. Yeah, it's actually off the map. They're kind of like out of town and a bit of ways, but they're key marks where you can find them.
Okay, cool.
Stephen, I had a note about a Sarah Hoffman, her and her family going missing. Was that actually supposed to be Hofton, and I just wrote it wrong?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. Oops.
Sarah Hoff, Hawfton. So
Yeah.
Sarah Houghton have gone missing. Hemina was attacked by a wild boar in the street. Aberton's Miller, Sarah Houghton, and her family have gone missing. The sheriff has been gone missing. And obviously now you know that the church was attacked by demons.
The miller who went missing with her family, that's the Houghton Mill. So this is clearly a plan from someone, and they've hit these areas.
Well, we're no good at unless we're at full strength, so let's check on the mayor. And when we're done with that,
we'll find the mayor.
we'll rest up, get prepared, and start checking on things.
Yeah, so using the map, we'll try to find the mayor's house or office.
You find the mayor's house, office. It's kind of the same. And he left first thing in the morning, and he's well on his way to...
Dang it.
He's long gone. So
He's long gone.
All right, then we'll quickly move to shop.
sure. Got a whole bunch of things you can sell. What you gonna sell?
Yeah, I'll let's see if you guys agree with me. Selling golden scales, selling gold ring, selling the leaf with the dewdrop hanging around neck, selling the hoodless cloak, selling... we won't sell the wicked sickle yet because we need to take off the magical thing.
And the cloak isn't magic?
It is
Nope.
not. Selling the splint mail. Let's see. Maybe we're keeping the pick now?
For now, for sure.
I mean, we're
Okay.
up against Fae and demons, and apparently neither of them like it, so we should probably hold on to that.
Selling
Yeah.
hide armor with rat hood. I think that's everything. Let me know if someone thinks I missed something. Those are the things I have marked sell in my tracking sheet.
That sounds good.
Keep the hood for like evidence or showing the druids, you know. But the splint mail we can sell.
Okay, so the splint mail you can sell for 6.5 gold. The hide armor you can sell for 1 gold. The golden scales, you're able to sell those as just gold, as they'll melt it down for 20 gold. The gold ring itself is worth 10 gold. The cloak really isn't worth anything, to be honest. Like maybe a copper or something. They don't really care about that, as they can't really do anything with it, because it's only used by members of Gozra, and those are dime a dozen. And the piece of jewelry, it's not worth a lot. It's only really worth maybe 2 gold if you want to sell it.
Yeah, I say we do.
Okay. So you can sell the dewdrop for 2 gold. And then you are done, as you're able to go in and easily sell these items without much trouble.
And then I want to buy ingredients for healing potions.
Well, that's just arbitrary. So if you make how many heal, you'd have to make 6 at a time. So that would be
How many can I buy?
as many as you want.
Yeah. How much are healing potions?
Minor healing potions are 4 gold each. They ain't that cheap. If you make them, you would have to have at least enough ingredients for 6 of those. So you would
To start, anyway.
Right. But you could spend
Yeah.
extra time. So it could be as cheap as 24 times 6 is 12 gold, or as expensive as 24 gold, or even worse if you fail the roll and then you lose it all. But, so not lose it all, you lose some.
Thoughts from the team?
This is your thing, my man. I trust your judgment. Spend however much you need to.
Yeah, I think it's a more economical way to get a stock of healing potions, right? So,
Yeah, I agree. So I'll spend the 12 gold to be able to at least start 6, and then maybe we'll spend the extra time to be able to just make all 6 for the cheap.
Okay, so this is how it works. It's a little. So in theory, you probably this is what you need. So what will happen is it costs half. So to make 6 potions will cost 24. So you'll need to buy, in theory, 24 gold worth of ingredients. What will happen is you will spend 4 days brewing the potions, and then you have to spend a minimum of 12 gold to get to that far. After you, depending on your role, you can either spend. It can be a lot, by the way. I'm just telling you. You can, to get it down to 0, you'd have to spend like a week or a week and a half. It takes a lot to get it down to 0. So
Yeah, that's fine. Do I really need to buy it all at once? Because this takes days.
well, the way it works from a metagame point of view, you don't have to buy it, but you do have to spend 12 gold immediately if you're making 6. If you want to make less,
Yeah.
you only have to spend what you spend half of what they cost. If you're making 1, you spend 2. If you're making 2, you spend 4, and so forth. But then after 4 days, this is what you get. You get 2 options. You either succeed the roll, and then you can immediately spend the other half to complete it, right? Or you can spend time to not complete it. I have a thing. Hold on, I'll give you the math.
Yeah, so I'll buy the minimum, and then we can go from there.
What's your crafting bonus? I'm going to show you just how to do it, just so I've done this with the other team and they know how to do it now. It's a little complex. So what's your crafting bonus?
My crafting is +8 right now.
8. I'm just going to let you know, because it does matter. You don't have a lot of gold, so let's just go through this. It won't take long.
And I'm good with potion making because I can make 6 in a batch instead of 4.
Okay, so item level 1, item batch size, I'm going to make 6. Okay, so this is how it happens. If you are doing it, you have a crafting bonus of 8, an item level of 1. If you roll a 1, you critically fail. If you roll a 2 to a 6, you fail. If you roll a 7 to 16, you succeed. And if you roll a 17 or higher, you critically succeed. So you have a pretty good chance. If you succeed, you will have to spend 12 gold pieces. And then for every day that you spend extra, it costs 3 silver pieces less. So this is how it gets crazy. So if you spend, let's say, 10 days crafting, it would come out to 10 gold, 2 silver. So you get a full discount of 1 gold and 2 silver. So it's not that great. In fact, to get it down to 0, you would have to spend 44 days crafting.
what?
Yeah, that's...
Wow.
Well...
It's intense.
Maybe like with feats
later
on,
it gets,
they become
it gets
better.
much better later. Now, if you critically succeed, you get actually, there's a big difference. It's 5 silver per day. So after 10 days, you would only have to spend a 9 silver balance. So just give you an idea. After 10 days, if you critically succeed, you spend 12 gold and another 9. as opposed to spending 12 gold and another 10.2. So that's how it works.
Gotcha.
So it's not great at lower levels. I mean, if you want to do it just for fun, you can. It's like really almost not worth it. Where it really comes in handy is if you're doing things uncommon and you're deconstructing them, because you can deconstruct something for 10% of the cost, and then you can make new ones. So that's where it really comes in handy. Or if you find things expensive, like it's not that big a deal now because you're making something that's like 10 gold. But if you're making something that's 300 gold, that's
Could be a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah, it's going to get way cheaper. So at these levels, no, it's not that. It's really not that great.
Yeah, so I guess Adoran would say I want to buy ingredients for a batch, but perhaps we should buy 2 as well, just to have them in case.
Or maybe we just straight up buy potions if crafting is that rough at this level.
Or at least if we're in a bit of a hurry. The other thing I'd like to do is see what we can do with that +1 sickle and move that enchantment to something more useful. I can't remember. Darius has...
Move it to hand wraps.
Yeah, I was going to say, does Darius have +1
Yeah.
hand wraps?
I have no hand wraps.
Let's get you some hand wraps.
If we gave it to you, though, then Darius can still get the full benefit from Magic Fang.
Well, I mean, you can't always cast it, and you can, it would free you up, right? Is that how that goes? Like the Magic Fang is...
Magic.
But it also gives you... Yeah, it gives you the +1 and the damage.
It makes you hit harder, Darius. You remember that.
Oh, I do. I mean, but if this magic can be permanently put upon me, you can use your spell for more fire.
I mean, we can do
do.
it. If you don't like hot hands, you can get wraps. That's fine.
I love hot hands. I do love it. But let's, we want to, be more, I guess, efficient in a fight, I guess. Your fire is spectacular. Your birds have saved us from many a danger. It's really up to you how you want this to happen.
No, I don't want this to be up to me. If you all think that it should go on hand wraps, then I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's the best use of them.
And this will make it of striking or just the +1,
Just
right?
the
to hit?
+1.
It's +1 to hit. It's not striking.
Yeah, striking's like a level 4 thing.
Yeah.
What does hot hands do that this one does not?
Double damage.
Well, it gives you another die
What?
of damage, same as a...
See?
Same as, same as a striking rune.
Would having the +1 to hit negate that or something?
No, it's just normally magic.
Just inefficient.
It's just it gives you a +1 to hit like a potency rune and an extra die of damage like a striking rune. But with the hand wraps, you just
Honestly,
have the potency rune.
I'll take the potency rune, and then when hot hands is needed, you still give me hot hands.
And
This
it's
is
still an
win-win.
extra die of damage, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I thought there was one or the other. Let's have both. My cake, and I will eat it. I'll tell you that.
He doesn't mean a potency crystal. He means getting the potency rune on the hand wraps from the sickle.
Yeah, it's a one-time thing, and they're
I mean-
very expensive.
Well, the +1 or is it
the +1?
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah. You put the +1. It's a +1 on your hands, and that's a whole other thing that I gotta look up. And you can also use your crafting for that to move it on. Actually, I think it's pretty easy to do. We did it like 3 months ago.
Yeah,
I
it
forgot
cost
how it
us
works.
like a gold or a couple silver or something. It was pretty cheap, and it took a day or two. But that would definitely be something worth taking the time to do.
For sure.
I have a feeling we'll be doing a lot of that over the next 18 levels.
As we find weapons and go, can't use that. Give me the +1.
It's designed like that on purpose. I mean, that's they designed it so things could be moved off weapons, so you don't have to be locked into. Oh, I found a +1 dart. Great. Now what?
Yeah, it takes a day. The DC is determined by the item level of the rune being transferred, and the cost is 10% of the rune's price. Unless it's a rune stone, then it's free.
Right. So it's pretty easy to move.
Alright, so I would buy ingredients for that as well. So 10% of the price.
Well, a weapon potency rune is 35 gold.
So 3.5.
Yes, it would be 3.5. you'll have to invest into moving it across. But that's worth it because a +1 is basically a +1 to hit and crit.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then, so you want to just buy a bunch of potions then, everybody?
I think we need some for all of the things to come.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna always be true. So it depends how much downtime we want to take.
No, I mean we need them immediately for the things to come.
Right, pending how much downtime we're taking. So
Well,
if we're gonna move immediately, we should just buy some.
yeah, I think we should take a day or something to move that rune, and otherwise, yeah, let's just buy potions and get going. It'd be nice to recover a little, but since we got our diseases removed, like I'm feeling a little more confident about it. Maybe
How many healing potions we want to buy?
2 per character? How's that sound? Or is that too much?
That's 32
Fine.
gold, which we can
Ooh.
afford. We can afford it.
let's
Well,
do
you
it 2
just
each.
Sold how much gold? You sold about 40 gold worth of stuff. So
Okay.
I mean, I'll stay out
Alright.
of it. I mean, you guys buy whatever you want. I just am here to help clarify functionality of rules.
Yeah, so I'm thinking 2 each is good, and then we get that rune
Oh,
transfer.
hey, wait. Don't we save money if we buy scrolls of heal instead of the potion of healing?
Is that true?
I think
But
so.
only people who can cast heal can use a scroll.
Oh, and scrolls on a single target are way more powerful.
Yeah, like, what if we just get, like, 4 potions and 4 scrolls? And then I can use them on you guys.
If you can cast it, then do it.
Yeah, let's look up the prices for scrolls, I guess, if nobody has that offhand.
I got it. First level scroll at level 1 is 4 gold.
And what's a potion?
4.
Hey,
they thought of it before you did.
But the thing is,
no, but the scroll is still way better.
It's
Yeah.
way
yeah, it's a
better.
D8 plus 8, and you can also use it just to do a D8 with everybody. It's more versatile. Yeah, scroll definitely.
Oh yeah, don't forget, Hap has 3 scrolls of heal on her.
Yep, I do.
Well,
Can we add that to the handouts?
Maybe I put it on your character.
Pre. Oh, okay, that's fine.
all
Then.
right. Yeah, let's still do that. Let's get half potions, half scrolls, and then we have the other 3, and then we'll probably be doing pretty well. We'll just have to be a little more careful in the future.
So I have a problem in that every game I play, video game, tabletop, choose your own adventure novel, it is irrelevant how many consumables I have. I will never use them because I'm always saving them for the next worst thing.
Okay, but we just bought a pile of stuff that you were saving for the next worst thing.
Yeah,
so use them.
no. With a pile of stuff, surely I can get over that, right? Find out next week on Roll for Combat!
Oh my gosh.
That was perfect. Will Hap use her healing things?
No.
Will Darius call things by their right name, even if told them?
No.
Will Orhara hit things with a stick?
No.
Maybe. Will Otteron craft a potion for 7 copper less than usual?
No.
Stay tuned.
So we're buying 4 scrolls and 4 potions.
Yeah.
Unless you guys think the mix needs to be different, but I
No,
think that
that's
sounds
good.
good.
Because Darius and I can each take 2 potions, essentially, and I think you can both, because you have Divine List now, Otteron, you can both use scrolls.
Think of that scroll of heal. I'll put a little thing. You have 5 of them now.
We just bought 4, and I have 2 of them, and
Then Otteron will take 2 for
Otteron-
themselves.
Hap is gonna hand you 2. Hap, I have a feeling that you could read this, and when we get back to the camp, we'll check and find out if I'm right. Hold these for now, and then we'll practice later, okay?
I'm curious, considering the healing magic earlier. Very well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so sold what we could until we moved that rune, bought ingredients for moving rune, bought 4 healing potions that are minor, and bought 4 scrolls of heal.
Wow. So Hap has 5 scrolls of heal. Otteron has 2 scrolls of heal. And who has potions?
2 for Darius and 2 for Alhara. This should help save some of my spell slots for damage. And I have a lot of things invested in my damage, so I really do need to be using them.
Yeah, when we have some in-character downtime stuff, I've got stuff to talk about on that.
On what?
You'll see.
I don't want to wait till next week. I want to know now.
Wait till next week.
Patrons, I hope you had a great time. Please leave your comments in the Patreon chat so we can read them and talk with you and laugh with you. We've got my dear friends, Action Jackson. We've got Fatas, Frudu, and we've got TK Jahamek.
TK.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Now you won't maybe die as much. Look at that. That's a lot of healing.
That's a lot of healing.
Oh, we can die. That's a challenge accepted. We can die even despite all of the healing we have. I'll show you.
You attacked me one time with the demon and I went down. I folded like a wet noodle.
Yeah, well.
Those wet noodles always folding.
Or combat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember that those ghouls don't want to steal your soul. They just want a hug.